Did you, so you had a lot of friends, you would say, when you were in Potomac Gardens?
Yes,
Do you
yes. I
remember
had a lot of
when?
friends when I was here in Potomac Gardens.
Uh-huh.
Girls and boys, all of us got along. You know, we joke like little kids do. You know, pick on, that's what little kids do. Little fights, that's what we do. But we was always friends. We was always friends.
Mm-hmm. How's it sound?
Kid, well, new project kids to John Tyler, because that's right over there across the street. It's not, we don't have to cross Pennsylvania Avenue. See, across Pennsylvania Avenue, you had a different class, a different social strata across Pennsylvania Avenue. And if you didn't meet that qualifications or criteria with that social strata, you didn't go to Watkins.
Wow. But they did send you there at first.
At first, right.
Do you think that maybe it was after the riots they made the decision to send you all to Tyler, and then it had something to do with the riots? What do you think?
I believe that it had a lot to do with the riots because they didn't know how to. It was mixed up at Watkins, and during that time of the riots, a lot of racial tension from the parents brought down to the children was being exhibited. So to alleviate that whole problem, they knew that the only African American kids was in the projects. So everybody who had an address 13th Street on back went to John Tyler because they knew 13th Street on back was Potomac Gardens. But it was good. John Tyler was good. It was good. It was a good school. They had no recreation teams, but they had basketball that we could play with, baseball equipment that we could play with. They had a good recreation team over there. They kept us busy. Recess, we had the painted things on for they call it the ball that you hit. And they had four corners. They had the four corners. Then hopscotch, the girls could play. They had the volleyball nets. They kept them up all the time, basketball court. The jungle gym and stuff. Monkey bars and all that. They had all that. So John Tyler was good.
Mm-hmm. But when you went to Watkins, it was mixed up.
Right, they had both. They had all nationalities there, mostly black and white.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But John Tyler, it was just black. And maybe Miss Lee, the Chinese family sent their kids to John Tyler too. Yeah. And then later on, probably in 69, 69. About 69, there was a white family that moved down the street on K Street. Then they sent them to John Tyler. That was the only Caucasian family at their school. They was the only ones at the school. Yeah, they didn't send them to Watkins. Probably because they was categorized and classified like we were, because of where they lived. But yeah, that was the only ones. Then I graduated. Yeah, that's how that was. But John Tyler was very good elementary school. Yeah, all my teachers made a point of really educating us. They didn't care how bad we was, spitting spitballs and bothering other students. They was concerned about us getting an education. And I enjoyed it. Especially Black History Month. They used to have a lot of special things going on during that month for us. Yeah. Yeah, John Tyler was a good elementary school.
Did you have so you had friends in Potomac Gardens? Were all of the kids now all of the kids that went to John Tyler weren't from Potomac Gardens, were they? Right? It was just everybody on this side of Pennsylvania.
Everybody that went to John Tyler. No, they weren't all from Potomac Gardens. but we didn't have to cross Pennsylvania Avenue. Everybody went to John Tyler was on this side, the inside of Pennsylvania Avenue. And even Jim Vance, his daughter, they went to John Tyler. Everybody on this side of Pennsylvania, the inside of Pennsylvania Avenue, went to John Tyler.
Okay.
You know, and then you also had Lenox and Gideon. It's a Catholic school. What's the Catholic school name? Is it St. John, St. Timothy? It's a Catholic school down, but that's on this side of Pennsylvania Avenue too.
Did you have friends? Did you have friends who weren't from Potomac Gardens? What was the makeup of your friends?
Yes, I had friends that didn't live in Potomac Gardens because, like I was saying, I was a runner. I did a lot of running around. And I had friends in Kentucky Court, 11th Street, Payne, what's that? 15th Street, 1430L. They went to John Tyler too. They called Hopkins Gardens, another project area. They went to Potomac Gardens too. Did I say Capers? Hey, Capers. They had Van Ness Elementary School. Yeah, I was a little run. So they had a program called Big Brothers at the Marine Barracks. And once they started that, John Tyler, Lenox, and Gideon participated in it. They could have got Van Ness too, but I believe the Navy Yard was more, I guess they had a recreation, Capers had a recreation center that was outstanding. So they ain't even, affect them what the Big Brother program was doing for those three schools. And so that's how I got to meet a lot of other little kids like me, running around.
The kids like you were, what was the racial makeup of the kids that you ran around with? Were they all black or was there?
Yes. The kids that I ran around with, all of them was black. All of them had attitudes. All of us had attitudes. But we loved sports. So that was our outlet, sports.
Okay. Now for that short period of time when you were going to Watkins, did you hang out with them? Were you still hanging out with just black kids, or because it was mixed up there? How did that go?
I don't believe when I was going to Watkins, I believed that they separated intentionally in their own special way, so we would never have to. That's what I believe, and because it's possible. You just don't see it at that age. But I don't remember ever playing with no Caucasian kids. And I know they was there, but I don't remember.
Wow.
I don't remember.
Were they not in your class? You knew there were white
No, I went in that class.
So the classes themselves.
They knew how to separate. They knew. When I say they know how to separate with us not knowing, that's what I mean. They did a real good job of it. So I believe before the next school year started, we was at John Tyler. Before the parents could pick up on what was happening. That's what I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you said something about the class was different on the other side of Pennsylvania Avenue. Can you talk about that a little bit? Is it the thing on the inside of Pennsylvania it was basically mostly poor folks, and then on the other side it wasn't? Yeah. How did you perceive that? How did you?
Yeah, the difference is on the sides of Pennsylvania Avenue at that side. The outside of Pennsylvania Avenue, you had, I believe, a lot of the senators' children, a lot of people, they had their own businesses, or the educators lived on that side, the other side, the outside of Pennsylvania Avenue, which is Capitol Hill. And a lot of them, they were European, Caucasian. You understand what I'm saying? And on this side of Pennsylvania Avenue, everybody was mostly African American, or the Chinese. We call it Oriental. Asian was Asian.